Hi, everyone. Welcome to Csquared. I'm Chantel Colwell.
And I'm Cassandra Anderson.
So this week, for our Canadian artists, we don't have a guest, but Cassandra and I are going to be talking about some of the things that we like to do in regards to artwork. Okay, so Cassandra, what are some things that you like to do when it comes to art forms?
Okay, so I would say I've always been into art. That has always been my thing. I got that from my dad. So sketching, even molding with clay. I even started getting into some paints, oil paints, acrylic paint, and including crocheting. So that's been a lot of fun. I've made crochet bumblebee pillows. So that was a lot of fun. I do love making little crochet baby hats and blankets. And going back a little bit to the art, I also enjoy drawing manga art. So I even bought like a book from Chapters, and now my girls are using that book. So it's been a big, hot little commodity at the house.
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's awesome.
So what kind of art stuff do you do, Chantel?
Okay, so I dabble in all sorts of different types of art forms. Like, since I was very young, I've always been kind of like eclectic, I guess. So I used to get a lot of hand-me-downs. I come from a very big family, so getting new clothes was a very rare occasion. So when the clothes would get passed down to me after, like, I'm the fourth of four girls out of a 5-sibling family, one little brother. But so by the time the clothing would get to me, it wasn't like the greatest. Not that it was in bad condition, because we all took care of our clothing except me, because by the time it would get to me, I'd be chopping it apart. And I'm like finding new ways to make them into like, so tight, like skinny jeans were not in style when I was in public school, but they were in style when my sisters were in public school because they were so much older than me, right? So I got skinny jeans. Now, mind you, like they were like in public school in the 80s. I was in public school in the 90s. Very different fashion. Nowadays, skinny jeans, not that bad. Okay, but anyways, I digress. So I would like turn them into capri pants and turn them into shorts and like whatever I could do to like make them look kind of like fashionable. And my mom would always come in and find me like chopping up my clothes, and she'd be like, why can't you just leave your clothing alone? And I'm like, because it sucks. But I still find myself kind of like ripping apart old clothes. Like right now I'm making an old leather vest into a jacket out of a pair of jeans, a leather vest, and some like a shawl that I'm putting over it, so it looks like it has like tassels. I don't know. It's gonna be cool. And then I'm making my boyfriend a leather vest out of a leather jacket that he's had since he was 16. So nice. We're gonna repurpose it and turn it into a leather vest because he rides motorcycles. Do nails. I'm like obsessed with doing my nails. I usually am doing something wonky with my hair. Like you love doing hair too. You're always doing something fun with your daughter's hair. And yours, like cute hair. And tattooing. I love to tattoo. I love to like sketch, you know. I have my own tattoo equipment. I've given out several tattoos. I've done it for some kind of years now. I don't know how many, but yeah. So those are the art forms that I really like doing. Anyway,
I love that. I'm so excited to see the work that you're doing on the jackets and the vest and everything. Like, I'm excited to see that.
You're listening through audio. It's unfortunate because you won't be able to get to see the works of art that Cassandra and I have done, or that past guests on our show have done. So if you want, feel free to join us on YouTube, where you can see all of the artwork that we have done and that our past guests have done.
Yes, because you reminded me with the whole fashion, and I did fashion school in grade 9, and I remember I was collecting fabrics and all the patterns. and everyone made fun of me because it didn't look exactly the way that they were following the pattern. And I thought it was funny because my fashion teacher was kind of laughing at me too until the big finale. We open up and everyone's like, why is Cassandra's bag bigger and nicer than ours? Because they were like these little tiny bags, and mine was like this big, cool polyester hot pink bag. I was very proud of it.
Sounds very. I was in fashion class too, but in grade 12.
Yeah, with fashion class, I also thought it was interesting because we're talking a little bit of history with fashion and stuff. We did a field trip at the Shoe Museum in Toronto.
That's so cool.
Yes, and I thought it was really interesting because they were like talking about how like the men back in the day like kind of wore these shoes that were heels to look taller, which was very interesting. Mm-hmm. And even with the tiny little shoes that were in China when they bought
the lily foot.
Yes, and seeing the different types of the fashion forward, even in shoes. Mm-hmm. So shoes has always been a thing, and I thought that was a really intriguing fashion experience when we were in fashion school. So
yeah, that would have been really cool to see. Okay, well, you know what? I think we're up for our time right now. It's time to wrap up. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and we hope you have we hope you have a great week.
Yes, definitely, and stay safe. It's been quite cold outside from the time that we're making this podcast, snowing, freezing where we're living. So please stay safe, stay warm, and definitely tune in for episode 3 about Canadian Ontario artists. I'm Cassandra Anderson.
And I'm Chantel Colwell. This has been Csquared.
Csquared signing off.